So, hi everyone, I'm Melanie. I wrote Every Child Can Write, and one of the reasons that I wrote it was because I really believe that every child can write. One of the things that I do is I really work hard to find different entry points where you can really invite children into the writing process. And on page 93, I talk about backward chaining. I've been trying to make a little series of videos so that I just explain and show people what I write about, because sometimes that helps just make it clearer. So backward chaining is a behavioral analysis technique, and I lean on that. I think about the steps of the writing process, and I think, where do kids get stuck, and is there a different step that I can get them in so that they can build confidence from that step and then be able to kind of join in and then re-enter it at a different process later in the game. So when I think about narrative writing, I think, okay, what are my steps even before I start drafting, right? Like, you got to think of a character, you've got to get that character into some trouble and think about what that's going to be. You've got to plan for how that character gets out of trouble, and then you start to draft. So all of this before you even get a chance to start to write, and sometimes kids just can't get there. So if I think, okay, if I give a child up to here already done, then they have kind of an entry point that they didn't have before, and they can practice their writing. So I think about my one of my writers, Vinny, who's a third grader, and Vinny's had a really hard time getting going. When I think about what I know about Vinny and what I could really invite him into the process with, I know he loves goldfish. So I'm just going to tap into loving goldfish. And I drew out a quick little story of Vinny. I'm imagining Vinny getting off the bus and being super hungry. Like, he gets off the bus and it's like, I am hungry. It's been a long day at school. And he is walking along hoping that there's going to be goldfish in the cabinet that he can eat, and he walks in and here are some goldfish. So he is psyched. He's got a great snack, and he is sitting at his kitchen table eating his goldfish, completely happy and psyched for his snack. So I haven't spent a whole lot of time on my pictures. I haven't made them elaborate. I haven't made them detailed. But what Vinny has is a story that he can relate to, whether it's the character Vinny or whether he gives him another name. And he can go ahead and he can really start in with this step 4. And maybe after he's felt some success going through that and writing that story, then we can get him to maybe think about entering in one of these other steps. But we've got him going, and that sometimes is one of the most important things. So again, I write about this in my book. Sometimes it's just easier to hear somebody talk about it and really see what they mean. So more to come. Good luck with your writers.